¿Qué tal, chicos? ¿Cómo estáis? Bueno, voy a avisar y empezamos. Vamos a ver. Bueno, como ya he puesto en el título, hoy puede que haga dos series, ¿eh? Hoy a lo mejor, si todo va bien, me tengo que ir a las 7, que quiero ver el Lega. Pero bueno, he visto que son al final dos partidos. Son dos partidos, o sea, dos series de 3 partidos. Kansas y Pittsburgh, así que lo mismo, jugamos las dos series, ¿eh? Toca contra Kansas City Royals, llevan 3-10 de récord. Vamos a ver cómo se da. La jugamos en casa. Y Ronnie Marciano, que sigue todavía, Ronnie Mauricio, todavía está tocado. Brandon Nimo necesita también. Jeff McNeil también. Así que tenemos varias bajas, ¿eh? Tenemos varias bajas importantes. Hola César, no voy a jugar al Madden. No me divierto, no voy a jugar. Pero este canal es de NFL, todo el contenido de vídeos lo haré de NFL, pero de streamear videojuegos lo haré del MLB.
Social media later tonight. Baseball fans all across the world are aware of this debut, and we're lucky enough to be at the stadium.
Bueno, vamos a un momento, voy a seguir avisando. Venga. Vale. Y por última parte, esto. Vale. Venga, ya estoy, ¿eh? Pues eso. Joder, de verdad. Venga, ya está. Vamos. Pues eso, vamos a intentar jugar la serie entera contra los Royals y la serie entera contra Pittsburgh. A ver si da tiempo. Bueno. No es fly out.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed different.
And here now, the lineup for the Royals. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Bobby Witt Jr.
Big-time speed here, Boog. A guy with just terrific wheels and an absolute nightmare for opposing pitchers when he's on base. I mean, players like this who have elite speed, it's like disruptive technology on the base paths. Man, can't wait to watch him run.
Vale, otro fly ball, perfecto. Fly out.
That's out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. That's in there, and that's strike 1.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball, but with high velocities these days, That speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Pero muévete, chico.
Next offering
Bien.
is in for a strike.
Venga, finish the job, Luis. Finish the job, perfecto. Venga, bien.
Royals bats are quiet there. Now the back here in Queens.
Michael Wacha.
Today, a guy who will give them innings. Michael Wacha.
Oh, very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score.
Y no llega. Vale. Luis Ángel Acuña, sustituyendo a Jeff McNeil.
He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
Pues cerca, cerca, ¿eh?
Oh. Ball popped up. Pasquantino under it. Puts it away for the out.
Vale, vale.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in.
Juan Soto.
So hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Here's Juan Soto.
You know, Boog, as a 20-year-old, this guy hit 2 home runs in the World Series. And the only players younger than Soto to hit World Series home runs are Andrew Jones, Miguel Cabrera, and Mickey Mantle.
Casi.
2 outs. On the ground, right side.
Ah, venga, vale. Está bien.
Back here in City Field, top of the second. So up now for Kansas City, Nelson Velasquez. Now a diving stop at third. The throw, and very nicely done for the out.
Third baseman have to be so
Bien,
quick.
Bati.
First step reactions, hot shots like that. That's why they call it the hot corner. That's a perfect example, though. There's no way he gloves that one if he's not dialed in, anticipating something coming his way, staying on his toes every pitch. Really nice job to get back up, set himself, and make a strong throw across the diamond.
He steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. 2 outs, base is empty. Hunter Renfroe at the plate. That one's in there. Going 1.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him
Luis, acabamos el trabajo, ¿eh?
Do whatever it takes.
Vamos. Venga, va.
There as he gets a 1-2-3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning.
Tenemos que haber sumado en el primer ataque, yo creo.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Yo creo.
Wacha, a former All-Star, 32 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Iowa. He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. Isbell.
Balta, pero.
Makes the grab.
Venga, está bien.
Now it's DJ Stewart. And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. To the right side, Frazier throws to first in time. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
Venga, va.
And first offering is fouled off.
Casi.
Second inning here, no score.
No, era bola eso, tío, me la ha comido. Ay, venga, va.
Now it's the second baseman, Adam Frazier. Swinging a foul straight back. Severino, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a cutter, And he works in a two-seamer. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Severino kick steals. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Severino. Foul ball still 1-2 count.
Voy a intentar engañar.
And a pitch. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time.
Vamos.
He has the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Got him swinging. At the plate, MJ Melendez. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. In there at the knees.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
One down, base is empty. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Top of the third, no score. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field.
Bien, Stewart.
The grab for the second out. Here's the catcher. And downstairs. Fouled off left side. 2 outs, base is empty. Line to second, snagged on the
Perfecto.
bounce.
Bien, bien.
And that is that. Royals go down 1-2-3, and we are
Vamos,
still
Francisco.
scoreless. Set for the bottom of the third, and here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Fought off foul.
Well, these Mets, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are
va directo, tío, qué pena.
of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the
Qué
case
pena,
today.
macho.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Here's the
¡Vamos!
left field, and he
¡Vamos! Tyrone Taylor, enorme. Vamos.
A gigantic blast.
Bien, bien, bien.
Third run of the season, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time
Perfecto.
in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Tyrone, bien. Vamos, vamos.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed, Boog. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo. And
Qué bien,
like you
Qué
said,
bien.
no doubt about that one. Plenty of
Pues venga,
launch
primer
angle
jonrón.
to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
Brett Beatty
Ah.
down the box, comes up empty with a swing there. One run across in the frame so far here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Right side, Pasquantino.
Qué pena, no se lo ha
2
escapado.
away.
Well, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and
Venga,
hit it
Ronnie.
into the ground.
So the batting order turns over. Ronnie Mauricio up now for the Mets.
Vale, primera base.
Outfield for a knock.
Perfecto, Ronnie.
Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Bien, bien. Buen golpe.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready
Luis
to
Ángel.
swing it on the first pitch. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there was just no one there to knock it down.
Acuna swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today.
Qué pena,
Foul
tío.
ball.
Bola.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Venga, cabeza fría. Luis Ángel.
And that one is lifted in the air. And
Vamos.
that'll fall for a base hit. Throws
Vamos,
stops the
vamos.
lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Luis
La verdad
Ángel
estaría bien Ahí está. Luis Ángel debutando hoy, ¿eh? Estaría bien ahora un home run, ¿eh? Juan. Estaría muy bien, ¿eh? Bueno, no es un home run, pero va a haber carrera, ¿eh? Va a haber carrera, vamos. Vamos, 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 vamos. Vamos. Perfecto. Luis Ángel carrera, ¿eh? Y Mauricio.
So 2 down. Pete Alonso now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. That one fouled off.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning.
Oh, qué pena.
So good job of extending this inning, getting
Venga, vamos a intentar mantener vivo esto.
There's a swing and a drive. Long run into the gap.
Sí, sí, sí. Oh.
What a play.
Wow. Vaya catch, tú. Wow, vaya agarrada, ¿eh? Puf. Madre mía. Venga, bien, bien, bien. Estamos bien. Y con Luis siempre confiamos. Uf, cuidado, Taylor. Bien. Luis, ojito. Bien. Vamos. Oh, qué pena, tío. Me engañamos un poco, a ver. No se la ha comido. Perfecto.
And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Win takes slow second trip to the plate in this.
Se me ha ido eso.
The Royals hitless so far in the game.
Vale.
A strike.
1-1.
And that's in the dirt.
Joder. Venga, Luis, tranquilo.
Hard hit right side. Tosses to first.
Perfecto.
That's the third out. Back here at Citi Field, John Chabi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, DJ Stewart.
Oh,
Swing and a miss.
vale.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
No nos la pillan.
And the pitch. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And he deals. Fights that one away and the count remains.
Bueno, mantenemos vivo
0-2.
esto.
The pitch. And now 1-2.
Bola.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Lifted in the air out to left. Melendez drifts towards it.
Muy alto.
Hauls it in for the out. Here's Francisco Lindor.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Esa la bola y me la ha comido.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Venga, va. Está lanzando muy alto. Esa va bola también.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Vale.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Witt over first. Lindor retired. 2 outs.
Venga, Francisco.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. And that one foul.
Uf, la pega duro, Francisco,
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Out to
Muy alta. Bueno, cambiamos.
He makes the grab, and that is that.
Venga, Luis, tú sigue. Puño de hierro. Perfecto. Vale. Taylor. Perfecto.
Pasquantino in the box now. No balls and a strike. Now a check swing, when he held up.
And as we get
Bueno, venga.
It's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
The wind of the pitch. That one misses, and the count is 2-2. Smoked on the ground a second. Fires over to first. 2 away down. Now it's Hunter Renfroe. His first at bat was a strikeout. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Renfroe goes 6'1", 230 pounds. A former first-round pick.
Venga, Hunter, pero haz un swing o algo, tío. Buenísima. Buenísima. Vamos. Bien, Luis.
We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Here comes a pitch. Foul ball.
Era bola. Qué pena. Perfecto. Bueno, Tyrone está muy bien bateando hoy, ¿eh? Venga, Brett. Vale. Perfecto. Vale, doble. Venga, Ronnie.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Ah, qué pena. Qué pena, tío. Venga, tenemos doble base, Luis.
Swing and a miss,
Yes.
and that's strike 1. Bullpen action for the Royals. Jordan Lyles appears to be getting loose. Sauer warming up as well. That one out to right.
Qué pena, tío.
Renfroe brings it in, and there's 2 down.
Qué pena. Bueno, pues otra vez llegamos a Juan con un momento ahora clave, ¿eh?
Stepping in, Juan Soto.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Dios.
2 outs.
Vamos.
The base runners at first and second.
Venga, por favor.
Righty delivers.
Well, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Bueno, perfecto. No es home run, pero vamos a hacer carrera, ¿eh? Bueno, Juan sigue, ¿eh? 2 carreras más. Juan sigue provocando carreras, ¿eh?
Manager out of the dugout now. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Jordan Lyles.
And he's got a big time breaking ball to contend with.
¡Vamos!
Renfroe on his
Oh.
Can't get there. This one lands foul.
Qué pena, tío. Qué pena, tío. Bueno, bien. Bueno, Juan Soto no está haciendo home run, pero está impulsando carreras, ¿eh?
Back here in Queens, here's Adam Frazier. The right-hander back to work. There's a strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider. But they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And out number one on the grab. And to the plate for Kansas City, MJ Melendez. That's in there.
Perfecto.
It's 0-1.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
The Royals yet to pick up a hit here. That's towards
Vale, Taylor.
Taylor moving under it. Snags it for the second out. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. There's a strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just not able to get anything going.
Digo, va a hacer swing.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. There's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bueno, Severino, puño de hierro, como siempre. Vamos, perfecto. Bien.
And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the left fielder, DJ Stewart.
Venga, DJ, lo que puedas, ¿eh?
Now this is in the air down the line.
Venga, está bien.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
0-2.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Venga, va.
Right-handed reliever. Off
Bola.
the plate, and that's ball 2. That one is absolutely belted.
Va bien, ¿eh?
Isbell raging back towards the wall. That one is gone.
Va perfecto.
He'll touch them all. And they add on. It's
Vamos.
6-0.
And that
Francisco.
grip on the lead even tighter.
Vamos. Perfecto.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there.
Enorme.
Gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough.
Enorme, Francisco.
I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Francisco Alvarez will hit next. That one
Qué bien, Francisco, ¿eh? Bueno. Espectacular.
All muscle to center field. Third
Back to back, ¿eh?
season, it's 7-0.
Oh, Francisco Álvarez le está pegando duro estos últimos partidos, ¿eh? Le está pegando fuerte, ¿eh? Oh, buenísimo. Joder, la ha pegado bien, ¿eh? Boom.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Boog. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
Now it's going to be Tyrone
Uf, y está la bola, pero con el ansia.
and that's out of play. Righty to the plate. And there's a ball.
Vale.
1-0.
Out towards right center. That's well struck.
Como Tyrone está también muy bateando bien en segunda, ¿eh? Segunda.
Safe at second with a double.
Perfecto.
Third hit for him this afternoon.
He was all over that one. Nice job at driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Frazier makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Back to the top of the lineup, Ronnie Mauricio.
Vamos, Ronnie.
For the Mets, 1 for 3.
Mauricio.
And first offering is fouled off.
Venga, está bien.
Man at second. Ripped on a line to center.
Ronnie, las está viendo muy bien, ¿eh? Se te aplaude, perfecto. Perfecto.
Back here at Citi Field, John Birdie at the plate. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Hitting is all about anticipation, and right now, this lineup is struggling with it. Their swings are mistimed, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
Bueno, Luis, vas a descansar este poquito, ¿eh?
Hit on a line, and that's a base hit. And that ends the perfect game bid. And the leadoff man aboard.
Venga, bien.
Kyle Isbell steps in for the Royals. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
And another ball. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Goes to third for 1.
Venga, por lo menos hemos eliminado al de tercera, va.
Strike on the inside corner.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Nabs it.
Venga, Luis. Hay que salvar esto, ¿eh?
So first and second with 2 outs. And now here is Vinny. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around third. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score. It's 7-2.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
That one ripped. And gone! Hunter Renfroe hits one out. His second of the year, and they slice into the lead. It's 7-4. They needed that one, Siggy.
O sea, de 7-0 a 7-4. Cuidado,
Frazier in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. On the ground, right side, Acuna. Over to first, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame.
Mal este inning, ¿eh?
For him on 4 hits.
De hecho, vamos a poner a Edwin porque esto se ha complicado tontamente, de 7-0 a 7-4.
Acuna now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Activity in the bullpen. Jake Brentz, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Now 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
At the belt and fires. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Got to be happy with this one. Second hit in his MLB debut. And most guys are happy just to get that first hit out of the way. But he looks like he can hang at this level.
And now Juan Soto. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Paramos, Luis.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now batting.
Pete Alonso, the next to hit. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. Now ball to right center. Renfroe getting an angle on it. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags and goes to third.
Now we'll see if moving up the
Luis
pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Dios. Vamos. 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 Venga, Juan. Juan, carrera. Carrera, Juan. Carrera, Juan. Vamos, 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 vamos. Vamos. Bien, DJ. Bien, 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 bien. Buen golpe. Vamos, 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 vamos. Bien.
New arm out of the bullpen, Matt Sauer.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is.
Bueno, hemos respondido bien, menos mal.
Task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Isbell under this one.
Qué pena, tío.
The squeeze on that one. And there's 2
Qué
down.
pena, macho. Iba bien,
So man aboard. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. He's already homered in this game.
Madre mía, Francisco. ¿Pero qué le pasa? ¿Pero qué le pasa? Que lleva 4 honras en 2 partidos.
Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 11-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Qué locura, macho. Francisco Álvarez, Bueno, hemos recuperado la ventaja. Nos han hecho 4 y hemos hecho ahora 4. Impresionante Francisco Álvarez, Otro honrón hoy,
And now it's going to be Tyrone Taylor. And Freddie Ferguson says he went around. Kicks and fires. No question about this one.
Pero bueno. Pues nada. Otro más.
Back to back. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add a run. It's
increíble.
12-4. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
Madre mía.
Always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team.
Left-hander out of the bullpen.
Bueno.
Brents. He's into the game with the bases empty. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets.
No.
This one popped up.
Bueno.
Witt makes the play, and the inning is over.
Vale, pues concentrados,
Now the left fielder, MJ Melendez.
Vamos a cambiar a Hauser.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Adrian Hauser.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
That one misses, and that's ball 1. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Acuna throws to first. 1 up, 1 down. Next is the Royals catcher.
Up next to the Royals, the catcher, Logan
Hauser in his 6th season, 31 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Next pitch is outside.
Pretty easy to get on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
¿Eso bola en serio?
And the righty deals.
Buenísima.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
On the ground. And it gets by him. And that extends the inning.
Venga, Hauser, concentrado, va. Esa bola... Uf.
Birdie, the runner at first with 2 gone. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bien.
Popped up left side.
Bien, bien, bien.
Makes the catch, inning over. Royals leave 1. Bottom of the 8th. Now
Venga,
it's
Ronnie.
DH. Ronnie Mauricio. The pitch. And
Salva bola.
offering is fouled off. The pitch.
1-1.
So, a foul ball
Eso también,
makes it
pero bueno,
1-2.
no pasa nada.
And here it comes. On the ground right side, and that chance handled. Sends it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Now the number 2
Luis Ángel muy bien hoy,
Ángel Acuña. Line drive.
Que batea muy bien este chaval,
Makes the turn and heads for second.
Bueno, vaya debut,
Everything came together for him. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out,
debería ser el jugador del partido.
That's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
And first offering is fouled off.
A ver, sería la hostia, la verdad. Un home run ahora de él.
Bat to right. Renfroe snags it. Runner tags it second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Good eye in that spot. It's a good take.
Gran debut de Luis Ángel Acuña. Debe ser el hombre del partido, Te la regalo, porque era bola, pero te la regalo. Venga. Vamos a cerrar esto.
All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. Hauser back to work. And that's in for a strike.
Perfecto.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. And the right-hander deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And a pitch. Got him looking.
Perfecto.
And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. He's 2 outs away. Next is the designated hitter, Nelson Velasquez. That's a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Vinny Pasquantino getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Hauser throws what a lot of people consider to be a power sinker. Throws it with serious velocity, but it moves a ton and it stays down. The 1-1. That one to first. Could be extra bases. Lead runner around second. around third. He'll score. 12-5 is our score.
And Boog, against a guy like this, you grab your backup bat out of the rack. You don't want to take your gamer up there because you know there's a good chance it's coming back broke.
Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. What's the approach when you're facing a guy like this, Chris?
Don't look down in the zone because you'll end up chasing something that's out of the strike zone. Make him elevate the pitch because he's not as effective at the top of the strike zone.
Vamos, Pete. Vamos, Pete. Vamos, Pete.
The Mets up big in this one here at the top of the ninth. On the ground, a second, might be two.
No.
Safe at first as they can.
Otra vez, es que me confundo, tío. Me confundo, tronco.
Next to hit, Adam Frazier. And there's a foul ball. The Royals with a lot of ground to make up here in game one of this three-game set. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that's a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit 2 strikes. I think he choked up.
Pues nada.
Next to hit, MJ Melendez. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, but obviously out of the ball, this ball's down, and that could bring in a run. Soto gets it back in quickly. They hold him at third base, and now the bases are loaded. Pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Renfroe, the runner at third. Frazier at second. Melendez over at first with 1 away. Diaz, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Got to give him a huge amount of credit on the mound right there. He got squeezed a little bit on the pitch right before that one. You know it should have been a strike. Everyone in the building knew that it should have been a strike, but he didn't let it get to him and throw him off his game. Came back with another good pitch for the punch out with the bases loaded. That's good pitching right there. Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Diaz is just 1 strike away. That one not close. And the count.
Cerramos esto, por favor. Vamos. Bueno, no me ha gustado nada como hemos picheado, ¿eh? Hemos concedido demasiado. Menos mal que hemos atacado muy bien, pero hoy defensivamente y picheando hemos estado bastante flojos. Pero bueno, lo importante es la win, la victoria. Pero muy mal, ¿eh? Tyron Taylor. Venga, va. Siguiente partido. Tenemos que mejorar un poco en defensa, ¿eh? José Buto, Daniel Lynch. Vamos a ver si podemos ganar los 3. Vale, ya están. Ya vuelven, aunque me ha gustado mucho Luis Ángel Acuña, la verdad. Me ha gustado bastante. Francisco Álvarez necesita descansar para adentro. Tyron Taylor. Venga, también. Hoy Tyron Taylor y Francisco Álvarez son bajas.
Welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Kansas City Royals going up against
Francisco Álvarez viene a hacer 2 partidos muy tochos, ¿eh? Pero bueno,
All
descansa.
right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Venga, José.
Coming up on the first pitch, on the hill here today, Jose Buto.
He really needs to be able to throw all three of his pitches for strikes in this one. Otherwise, these hitters are going to start sitting on pitches. You know, you've got to try to get the swing and miss with the curveball. You've got to move your pitches around. Don't get too comfortable on one side of the plate unless they're showing that they just can't hit that spot.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
And he deals.
Perfecto.
And the curveball struck him out.
Well, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths, it's not just the pitcher, it's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders, have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base.
José.
So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
And that skips in the dirt.
Acabamos, José.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Venga, va, Cerramos este. Bien. Venga.
Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again. And
Perfecto.
On to first.
Venga, bien.
Set down. Back here with my pal Siggy.
Daniel Lynch.
Here today, Daniel Lynch. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better
Vale,
results
por la
this
primer
season.
flyout.
One of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Swing and a ball lifted to center field.
Vamos. Joder, Jeff siempre, primera base. Qué locura, tío.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One
Venga,
thing
Juan.
that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Left-hand hitter waits. Just missed.
It's a good take.
Yes.
McNeil, the base runner at first with one out. Goes down looking.
¿En serio, tío? ¿En serio?
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And first offering is fouled off. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the second game of the series.
Venga, buena. Jeff, tranquilo, que ya tienes toda. Base por base. Venga, tenemos 2,
First and second, 2 down. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets.
Uf.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. 2 on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. And the pitch. The shortstop takes the ball.
That's a really good take.
Wouldn't chase that time.
All right, so in this at-bat, we've seen a couple of off-speed pitches, now back-to-back fastballs. In this count, you definitely got to stay back.
Joder,
make sure you don't
tío.
get out in front and be prepared to shorten up and hit the ball the other way.
This to
Mierda,
center field.
tronco.
Isbell gets there. He's under it. Brings it in for the 3rd out.
Joder, doble base, tío.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Here's the Royals designated hitter, Nelson Velasquez. Just missed. Buto, 6'1" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, and he works in a changeup. So now 1-2.
One ball, two strikes.
Vamos.
That one, it's a strikeout.
Back-to-back curveballs and back-to-back whiffs. And I tell you what, that's having a feel for what you can beat a hitter with. And clearly, he wasn't picking up that breaking ball at all.
Freddie Fermin in now. Takes ball one off the plate. Right through there for a strike. Carl Dixon doing the umpiring behind the plate.
And Boog, I'm not sure if it's because he sort of sets up higher than most, but one thing to be aware of with Dixon is the high strike. Not usually a big deal because most players are swinging at pitches up there, but we may see some surprise looks from hitters from time to time because that's just so unusual.
Vamos.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Bien,
There's
bien.
no doubt, Boog, electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. The one thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Breaking ball inside. And the count even 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
One ball.
No score here in the second. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Venga, José.
The line to kick the pitch.
Vamos.
It misses. It's a strikeout.
Uf. Venga.
Back here in Queens, here's Brandon Nimmo. And a pitch. Now this one's crushed down the line. Okay, foul ball. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike two. Out towards right center field.
Nada.
On his way over. Makes the catch for the out.
Venga, venga, está
There's
bien.
one away. Now it's DJ Stewart. 1 for 4 with a double in yesterday's game. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Hampson pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Omar Narvaez at the plate.
Venga, Omar. Bola.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
A todas partes, hombre. No, tío, otro fly out. No me jodas.
Going after it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning.
Venga, va.
Well, here we go, top of the third, scoreless game. So up now for Kansas City, MJ Melendez. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Bounce to the right side. To first,
Bien.
the off-man retired here in the third. And here's the first baseman. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. That one
Buenísima.
finds the zone. That's strike 1. And ball 1.
No sé yo, Vamos.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Qué bien José Buto,
Kyle Isbell stands
Buenísima.
in now and watches strike 1. And that's in the dirt.
Ah,
2 out spaces.
voy a engañar a ver si cae.
Lifted in the air, right center field.
Llega Juan, llegas.
Soto
Perfecto.
brings it in with a nice running grab. Home half. Back here at Citi Field.
Venga,
Ready to
Brett.
go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. Swing
Ah.
and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Melendez going after it. And there's one away.
Venga,
So the
Ronnie.
lineup flips over. Ronnie Mauricio now. On the ground to third.
No, tío.
Birdie fires over to first. Now 2 out. Jeff McNeil stands in.
Venga, Jeff es de primera base, ¿eh?
This one in the air right field. Gets under it.
Joder, tío, en 3, ¿eh? En 3 golpes, tío. Se va un inning, macho. Y a mí me cuesta la vida, tío.
Fastball for a strike. Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Fires across the diamond, and a quick out number 1. Here's Garrett Hampson. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Qué bien, José.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. And first offering is fouled off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Fastball for a strike.
This guy's not
Venga,
wasting
chapón,
any pitches.
persiana, José.
Got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone.
Vamos, enorme. En el anterior partido bateé bien y piché mal, y en este al revés. Estoy picheando bien y bateando mal. Venga, Juan, tío. No me jodas, tronco.
And there's one down. Here's Pete Alonso. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Que me han eliminado a Juan, macho. Venga.
One down, base is empty.
Pedro. Pete. Uf.
This to third. Birdie fires over to first, and that takes care of Alonso. Now up to hit Francisco. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. And it's in time for the third out. So
Ay, Dios.
back here in Queens. And now the DH, Nelson Velasquez.
Bien.
Velasquez in his second season, 25 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico.
Después del turno de bateo que viene, es de los peores, pero quien más está rindiendo. A ver si es verdad.
Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not going to get him. He's in there.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really
otra vez.
And this one could be extra bases. Headed
Por
for
nada.
the plate. He will score and they take the lead. 1-0. And he's got a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up. Went the other way for the knock.
That clips the zone, and that's strike 2. Runner at second, nobody out. Ground ball left side, and foul ball. Out towards left center. Stewart makes his way towards it. He's got it. One down. And next up for the Royals, MJ Melendez. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1.
That one hit to right.
Venga, Juan, llega, por favor, tío.
Soto makes a nice running catch. Coming home. He'll score easily, and they lead by 2. And now the first baseman.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Alonso.
Pues nada, 2 carreras.
Takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.
Pinta feo,
Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Pinta feo.
DJ Stewart digs in now. Fly to right, his first time. Swing and that ball smashed on a line.
Porque los suyos van siempre a las manos. Los míos no. Los suyos siempre van a las manos, tronco. Es que me revienta, tío.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Omar Narvaez. Fly to left his first time. That one fouled off. The Royals leading by 2, last half of inning number 5. Right side. Sizes this one up. 2 down. So up next, Brett Beatty. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock to put something up on the board.
Up and in, and a count 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. The hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Lifted in the air, right field, on the move. Squeezes it.
Pues nada, es la diferencia. Sus golpes van a otro sitio y los míos a sus manos. Pues así va a ser muy difícil, la verdad. Así va a estar complicado de cojones, la verdad. Sí va a estar difícil.
So the Royals batting order turns over. John Birdie at the plate. Outside low, and it's 1-0. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
And that misses off the outside edge. One down, base is empty. Fly ball center field coming on. 2 away. Garrett Hampson steps in for the Royals. Center field, Lindor giving chase, pulls up and it drops for a hit, and that gives Bobby Witt Jr. a chance with 2 out. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. He won the high school home run derby in 2018. They held the events between rounds during MLB's home run derby at Nationals Park.
Such a cool experience.
Beatty to first, and Witt is out. Back here at Citi Field. Well, we go bottom 6, and here is Ronnie Mauricio.
Well, these Mets
are
being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. With 2 strikes,
necesita ahora Jeff, tío.
There at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Vamos, Jeff. Venga, Juan. Tiene que ser ahora, Juan. Tiene que ser ahora, Juan. Tiene que ser ahora, Juan. Era épico, tío. Era épico, tío. Era épico, tronco. Venga. Pete, tú también. Vamos. Venga, Pete, sácala. ¿Sí? ¿Sí? Otra vez fuera, tío. Increíble, macho. Por el ansia, tío. Por el puñetero ansia. Buenísima. Vamos, Jeff. Vamos, Jeff. Juan. Juan. Tranquilo. Vale, vamos. Vamos. Venga, venga. Buenísima. Francisco, sácala. Dios. Vamos, Francisco. Uf.
And a pitch. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there.
¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Enorme! ¡Vamos, Francisco! ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! Por la triple carrera, ¡vamos! Vamos. Uf, buenísima. Vamos. Qué momento, chaval. Qué momento.
Pitcher on here, Jordan Lyles. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Ground ball to the
Ay, qué
right
pena.
side. He
Qué
handles
pena.
it himself. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. So digging in, DJ Stewart. That one blasted deep to right. Hampson ranging back. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Bueno, me han eliminado dos seguidos.
Omar Narvaez.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind. It's blowing in from right field right now.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning here in the second game of the series.
Va.
The wind and the pitch. Foul ball, it stays nothing.
Venga, seguimos vivos. Ahí.
Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone to fair, but it hooks foul.
Estamos peinando,
Left-hand batter waits. Swing.
Nada, esa fly ball bien. Bueno, pues muy buena entrada, Hemos remontado. Uf, muy bien. Gracias a este hombre. Venga, bien, bien. Ahora hay que seguir, Ahora hay que seguir pichando bien, Perfecto.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense is
muy importante mantener ventaja aquí, Vamos.
Away, away, away. And clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play, and that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Intentamos engañar. Uf, casi.
Righty delivers. Foul ball, still 0-2. Just missed.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count.
Lo sé.
Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
To third, Baden.
Perfecto.
Sends it across to first, and 2 away to start the 7th. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Adam Frazier. Fought off foul.
Perfecto.
The Mets leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Ripped to short.
Buenísima.
First, and it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Buenísima.
Those bats are quiet there. They trail it. Back here in Queens, set for the last half of the 7th. Now the third baseman, Brett Baty. Fouled off to the right.
Casi.
The 0-1. Way out front for strike 2. Action in the pen down there. Jake Brentz preparing to come on if needed. Stratton also getting.
Buenísima. Oh.
For the out.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
In the air, right field. Grabs it on the run. Then there's 2 away. Now it's the second baseman,
Venga,
Jack
Jeff.
McNeil.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority. Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
And that one is lifted in the air. Should have this one. And that is that.
Van.
Brooks Raley taking over on the mound. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. MJ Melendez now at the plate. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Pues Brooks, empezamos mal, ¿eh?
And here's the first baseman. On the ground, could be 2. Alonso tossed the second, and that's 2.
Doble play. Vamos. Vamos. Enorme esa doble play. Uf, buenísimo. Pues nos ha apoyado el partido esa doble play, ¿eh?
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And now 2-1. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Around first and hustling for second.
Now, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate.
Ciérrame esto, Brooks, por favor, ¿eh? Vamos.
So 1 left for Kansas City, and the depth. Bottom of the 8th, and now the right fielder, Juan Soto. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
No, tío, otro fly ball, en serio, Juan. Macho.
Makes the catch. And there's one down. So up next for New York, Pete Alonso. Bounce to third. Sneaks through, base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Ah, Juan, tío.
Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
And first offering is fouled off. Here comes a pitch. In the air, right field.
Vamos.
And it drops in. They get it in
Bien,
quickly.
bien, bien.
So first and second, now one out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get
Vamos.
back to it like he did that time.
And there's a hit.
Vamos.
Back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one
Venga,
away.
3 bases, ¿eh?
So sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front
Llevan DJ
side.
Stewart y Narváez ahora.
Hands just continue to carry
Complicado. Venga.
the middle of the field.
Swinging a
Con que la
foul
ves,
straight
con
back.
que la ves un poquito, tío. Con que la ves un poquitito, vale.
Right-handed reliever.
Oh,
On hammer, but pulled foul.
dala un poco, venga. Quede tiempo para carrera, va.
Gets a piece and
Vale,
it stays
venga, va.
0-2.
Venga, DJ. Tú puedes, joder.
Right-hander kick steals.
¡Vamos!
This one is blasted.
¡Vamos!
Outer. Slam.
¡Vamos! Triple carrera, DJ Stewart. Triple, no, 4. 4 carreras.
Grand slams are hit every season in baseball, but they're still exciting every
Espectacular,
single
tío.
time.
Gran Slam. Espectacular, DJ Stewart. Guau, qué locura, tío. Qué locura, tío.
Well, it comes to
DJ
big time with the
Stewart.
grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
So a lefty out of the pen. Jake
Vamos.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And he handles it himself for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Swings and misses. Slider right there. Activity in the Kansas City bullpen. Chris Stratton up and loosening in the pen. Taylor getting cranked up as well. Strike 2.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
The pitch. Hit on the ground to the right
Oh.
side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.
Bueno, pues ficheamos para ganar.
Another look at the grand slam. Last chance coming up for the. All set for the start of the inning, and here is Garrett Hampson. Right through there for a strike. Top of the zone for a called strike. And down
Vamos.
those strikes he goes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the 9th. That's to third. Dives, but it's off his glove. Base hit. And he'll be safe at first. Nelson Velasquez, the next to hit.
Nope.
Just missed. And that's a strike. 1-2 here. Stays live. Kicks and deals. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with one gone. Freddie Fermin steps in for the Royals. That clips the corner.
0-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch,
Venga, va.
he gets into a double play.
Up the middle. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
¿Qué hace?
You always hear people saying, be sure of one when talking about double play.
Second base. Adam.
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Edwin Diaz.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Fastball for a strike.
No.
Him out swinging. Royals down to their final out.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
The Royals down to their final strike. Ground ball, and this should do it. On to first.
Edwin, enorme Edwin. Vamos. Buena victoria.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
This one ends the final 9-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Perfecto. Muy bien. José Buto, player of the game, ¿eh? Muy bien. Pues venga, tercer partido de la serie. A ver si podemos tener suerte y ganarla. Koda y Senga. Vuelve Starling, ¿eh? Vuelve Starling. Sí, vamos a descansar a todos esos. A los mejores, vamos.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Kansas City Royals going up against the New York Mets. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the New York Mets are in position to sweep this 3-game series with a win. So, Chris, what's their mindset heading into today?
Yeah, looking to go 3 for 3, Boog. They've already won the series, and now they can really leave their mark. It's all about having confidence, and that's what a team takes away from a sweep. So they're happy to win the series, but they'll really be...
And to the plate for Kansas
Vamos
City,
con los
John
suplentes.
Birdie, the pitch. Fastball for a strike. And we are underway. Ripped into right field, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now it's Kyle Isbell. Senga, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball. Birdie runs. And a foul ball. And takes low for ball 1.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
2-2 now. Fights it off. You'll see another. Runner at first with no outs here. High fly ball out into left center field. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Kodai.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Witt Jr. is one of only 2 players.
Birdie runs. Pitch outside. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Slings to first, and Witt is out. Nelson Velasquez in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in, he scores, and they have the lead. 1-0. Vinny Pasquantino getting ready to hit. He swings and fouls one off. Now the 0-1. And it goes just foul. 2 outs. Swung on, belted. And that ball is out of here. A 2-run homer. It's 3-0.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last.
Line drive, base hit. And that extends the inning for Hunter Renfroe.
Bueno, pues vamos a poner a calentar a la gente porque parece ser que Kodai hoy no le ha dado la gana de pichear bien. Así que...
Now it's Hunter Renfroe. That's to third. Tossed to Narvaez.
Pues muy mal, la verdad.
Renfroe is retired. And that is the
y encima sin los titulares. Muy bien.
Starling Marte up to hit. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Renfroe going back. Caught just shy of the wall. Jeff McNeil stands in. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field.
A ver, esperaba con los suplentes un mejor picheo, la verdad.
DJ Stewart homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And he grounds one to the right side. He takes it
Madre
himself to
mía.
the bag, and that'll do it.
Bueno, esto puede acabar 20-0,
And we're back. Top of the second. Here's Adam Frazier. And that one fouled off. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes.
A defensive change for the Mets.
MJ Melendez, batting with one down, takes a strike. Liner, base hit. And that turns the lineup over. John Birdie at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Birdie getting to start at the hot corner, hitting leadoff in today's game, and they traded for him earlier this year. Next pitch just misses. 1-2 the count. Man at first, one away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And another ball. Got him. 2 out. And now the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. Foul ball. Melendez off of first with 2 away. 2 outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
Called strike 3 on the fastball. And that
Menos mal que Kodai es el mejor que tenemos, ¿eh?
We head to the bottom of the second, and now Omar Narvaez. Reagan's back to work. Towards first.
Joder, tío, es que no pueden durar 10 segundos nuestro inning de ataque, tío. No pueden, macho.
Ronnie Mauricio, 2 for 9 so far in the series. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Here's a rookie shortstop trying to make his way at the major league level, and a lot of people think he's going to be a great player.
Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
It's not easy jumping up a level, even if you're a top prospect. The speed of the game is much faster in the majors, and on top of that, now he gets to face the best pitchers in the world. Go get him, kid.
1 down, base is empty. On the ground to short. Witt on the run, sends it over to first. Out. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock.
Espera, tío, ¿me estáis vacilando o qué?
Right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here at Citi Field, top half of the 3rd inning. Now here is Bobby Witt Jr.
Well, these Royals doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings. I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Kodai se va a ver al banquillo en el 5º inning para que le cuente la derrota. Se lo merece. Vale. Esta derrota es suya, vamos. Se batean todo, tío.
In the air, left side. And it stays fair. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. Next is the Royals catcher, Freddie Fermin. In for a strike, 0-1.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like...
Well hit the other way, that one going back, and foul. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again.
Están todo, bateándolo todo. Está bateándolo todo, tío.
Really nice job of finishing the hitter off right there. Glove side command, fastball firm to the outside corner. Tell you what, very difficult to do anything with that pitch, even if you do swing.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Wouldn't chase that time. All loaded up here in the 3rd and final game of the series. McNeil. He fires home for 1. Adam Frazier steps in for the Royals. That's down and in.
Hey, it's still early in this ball game, but you know this at bat right here could be a big factor in the outcome. You think about it. There's a chance to really blow this thing open right here.
Tied him up inside with that one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings and misses the pitch off the plate.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And the righty deals. Not close with that one. 3 and 2 down. Bases loaded, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
0-2.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. This one in the air. Under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Set for the bottom of the third, and stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Foul ball there.
Well, these Mets, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the
Si la que bate van a ir a ellos, va a ir a las manitas de ellos.
Especially when you're not getting results, Boog.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. And that rolls into the corner.
Segunda, a lo mejor.
Into second, and that's a leadoff double.
He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And
venga, Francisco, que estabas encendido,
Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Francisco Alvarez stands in now and watches strike one. In the air, center field. Snags it on the run.
Las mías van botando al otro lado, y estas a las manos, tío. Sí, es muy difícil,
So, man aboard. Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Man at second. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first in time. So the batting order turns over. Here's Starling Marte. Flied to right his first time. There's the strike.
Really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Taylor stands at second with two gone. Slice to right.
¿Ves, tío? Va a ellos. Es muy difícil, tío. Es muy difícil que todos los putos bateos vayan a sus manos, tío.
Gets the call. That's strike one.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Kicks and fires. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. That one missed. And another ball. Out to short. Mauricio rolls across the diamond. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Isbell in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Fly ball down the line. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Witt in the box again. Takes the strike. The shortstop takes the ball.
¿Ball de qué, tío?
Two out, space is empty. Struck him out looking. Nothing doing for the bottom of the 4th.
Vale, Soto. Soto no puede descansar, tronco.
The wind of the pitch. Ripped on a line. Makes a nice grab.
Yo es que flipo, tío. De verdad que es muy cansado. Es muy cansino, tío. Es muy cansino. Muy, muy cansino.
Right right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
No creo que sea fly out, ¿no?
And he makes the catch. And there's two away. Omar Narvaez at the plate. Grounded out his first time. And a swing and a miss there.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Swing and a miss.
Ya, es que estoy ya rayado.
Ended up on the
Que estoy
outside
rayado,
edge,
tío.
just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Es que estoy ya muy rayado, tío.
Frazier on the first in
La verdad.
time. 3 up, 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Nelson Velasquez.
Ellos no hacen ni un fly out, ellos todos, primera, segunda base. ¿Ves? Es que no puedo, tío. No puedo, o sea...
Vinny Pasquantino will hit next. In the air to left down the line. Makes the grab, and there's one away. Freddie Fermin digs in now. Runner on the move. And it's fouled away. Velasquez at first, one gone. Good job to fight that one off. Gonna count 1-2. That one gets down for a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. Hunter Renfroe at the plate. Started to swing, held up. Right through there for a strike. That one the other way, and that's just foul. 2 on, 1 out. And a swing and a miss. 2 gone. Adam Frazier steps in for the Royals. Fastball for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. Or if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound.
Two on, 2 outs. Now a pop up on the infield. Mauricio right there to make the grab. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and stepping in for New York, Ronnie Mauricio. Reagans back to work. And a pop up on the left side of the infield. Birdie.
Pero bueno, tío. Pero bueno.
One up, one down. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. And that one hammered. This one's got a chance. Leaping, and he brought it back.
Rob's a potential solo shot right there. That'll fire your team up, but even more so the player. I'm excited to see how they respond.
2 outs, base is empty. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. A little up front there as he swings through it. The Mets down by 4. Last half of inning number 5. 0-2 now as he swings through it.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Two down, nobody on. Hard ground ball, base now.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Waste no time there. It's so impressive that he didn't get tied up or
Vamos, Bati.
jammed on that pitch inside.
Confío en ti, va.
Good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it. Just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Beatty.
Va, Brett.
Batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. Popped up.
No me puedo creer. No me lo puedo creer.
And that will end the inning. And we're back. Start of the sixth, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, MJ Melendez.
Ahí está el partido. Ahí está el partido.
That time, and it's strike two.
Ahí está el partido. Si tenía alguna posibilidad era esa.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And there's one down. John Birdie steps in for the Royals. And there's the strike. Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Around first, heading for two. The throw to third, not stopping. He's going for three. And he's got himself a triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Triple into the...
Here comes the skipper. On the mound now, Phil Bickford.
Number 50.
Now a chance for Kyle Isbell. That one fouled off. On the ground, out to short. The throw's offline. He's saved. It's 5-0. One gone, runner at first. Bobby Witt Jr., the next to hit. Pulls that one foul.
You know, Boog, this is a player with some serious speed. In 2023, he became the first player in 20 years to record 2 infield hits and an inside-the-park home run in the same game.
On the ground, a second, might be 2. Safe at first as they can't make the play. First and second, one out. And now Nelson Velasquez. And that one's a little bit low. Ball one. Fastball for a strike. Two on, one out. That one is hammered right field. Soto going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second, and he moves up a base. So 2 away with runners at the corners. Digging in, Vinny Pasquantino. And a foul ball.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Hard hit left side. Just ahead of the throw, he scores. And it's now a 6-run lead. So 2 on with 2 away. And now the catcher comes up to him. Freddie Fermin. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That's a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And a count 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Settles underneath it.
¿Qué hace?
And he's in safely at third.
¿Qué hace?
The run scores. 2 gone with runners at the corners. Now Hunter Renfroe. Right through there for a strike. Pasquantino on third. Fermin at first. 2 out of the inning. Fastball for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And down on strikes. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding.
Sin comentarios.
Back here in Queens, bottom of the 6th. Now it's the DH, Starling Marte. On the ground. This looks like extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice. Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at a lot of first pitches, and they've given away 7 outs as a result. They might just want to consider a more patient approach.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And 1 out now. And now it's Juan Soto. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off.
I'm sure it's at least something they've chatted about in the dugout. Coming into this one, that was probably the game plan. Attack early in the count, but doesn't seem to be working out the way they wanted to. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
And there's a ball. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. Around third. Fires it to the plate. He scores, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
Well done. Drives in the run. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And the batter now fly ball to right center. Sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down.
Estoy harto de la Flayball,
And now the shortstop, Ronnie Mauricio. Down the right field line. That's a base hit. Soto round second on his way to third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double. Second and third now.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch.
Base hit. 1 run is in. Now a long throw home, but it's offline.
Bien, Mauricio, bien.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly.
Bien, Brandon.
Around right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now here is Tyrone Taylor. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it.
Bien, Tyrone. Hemos hecho el canelo. Si no hubiéramos hecho el canelo como lo hemos hecho picheando. Hecho el canelo, tío. Bien, Tyrone.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
Alvarez at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that one wrapped foul.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
No. Bueno, de 7-0 a 7-5, no está mal. No nos va a dar tiempo y teniendo en cuenta que nos van a hacer más pupitas a nosotros.
Line to left, and it stays fair.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Oh, 2 now. Struck him out without a swing. He's got to be frustrated with that call.
The third baseman, John Verdi.
Adrian Hauser on to pitch here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Birdie in the box now. No balls and a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. The pitch.
Vamos.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away. Now the number 2 hitter, Kyle Isbell. Tried to check his swing there, appeal to third, and Freddie Ferguson says he went around. Flips the corner, 0-2 now. Frazier off of first with 2 away. That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. And it falls. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Se acababa ya.
First and second with 2 outs. And next up for the Royals, Bobby Witt Jr.
Se acababa ya.
Ball here rolls foul. The shortstop takes a ball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The Royals trying to break this one open here in the top half of inning number 7.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and ball.
Vamos.
Makes the grab and that'll end the inning.
Venga, va.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Josh Taylor.
Venga, Brett.
Best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
On to first, out, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Back to the top of the Mets order, and now the Mets DH, Starling Marte, 1 for 3. Up the middle, Frazier.
Nos van a eliminar tan rápido, en serio. Nos van a eliminar tan rápido.
Jeff McNeil.
Tan rápido, de verdad. Nos van a eliminar. Una pena, la verdad. Soto, tío, llevas apagado en home runs. Venga, este es el momento. No me creo que vayas a hacer otra fly out, tío. No me lo puedo creer, tío. Otra fly out para empatar, tío. ¿No? Era para empatar. Qué pereza, tío.
Hauser in his 6th season, 31 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2011. Battling here as he fouls it away. And they'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
La está pintando, eh. La está pintando.
And the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And now 1 away.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
And a good eye there.
No strike.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a foul ball, he stays alive. 1 down, base is empty. And another ball.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where pitchers would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on 1 hitter.
Bounced up the middle, and that one finds its way through. So he battled through a long at bat and earned himself a hit.
Al final, pues estaba claro.
Here's the
Al final está claro.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Runner on the go. And a foul ball. The next offering misses. 2 balls
No
and
hacer
a
un
strike.
swing aunque le maten, tío.
And a swing and a miss.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Pasquantino leads off first with 1 away. Hard hit, left field, base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Back-to-back singles. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
2 on, 1 out. And there's a foul ball. 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Que si la dan todas, tío. Si las da todas. Todas, tío.
And the right-hander deals. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a pitch. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But
now this one gets through. Headed for the plate. He'll score, and they lead by 3.
puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Melendez stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Next pitch in for a strike, and now it's even 1-1. Laboring here, about to throw his 30th pitch of the inning.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with running.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percent.
Adam Ottavino getting the call to the mound. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. At the plate, John Birdie swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Righty delivers. That one's in there, and it's 0-2. 4 runs already in the frame here in the third and final game of the series. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Inning over, although plenty of damage. And now the first baseman, Omar Narvaez. And a pitch. Swings and sends a rocket to right. And makes the grab. And there's one down.
The batter, number 10.
So up next for New York, Ronnie Mauricio. Strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
He's got it, and there's 2 away. That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Line drive.
Estoy harto, tío, de verdad. Estoy muy harto. Estoy, pero harto, harto, Estoy muy harto ahora mismo. O sea, estoy hasta la putísima polla, la verdad.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
11 carreras estos matados, tío.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself.
No pueden hacer todo el rato hits y bases, tronco. Yo todos los putos bates que hago van a las manos y ellos no, tío. O sea, esto no puede ser. O sea, no puede ser esto, tío. No pueden batear así, tío. No pueden batear así. Es que no pueden.
Back-to-back base hits. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Here's the 0-2. That one the other way. That's a hit. Throws to second. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Ball outside.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
And he deals. Got it! And that is a big first out. Freddie Ferdinand now at the plate. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Wouldn't chase that time.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
1 strike.
Here's a 2-1. And that one fouled off. The pitch. That smash towards center. Taylor makes the play. Runner tags for home. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And they're pulling away up by 7 now. Renfroe in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Swing and a ball lifted left field, and it drops in. Run comes in from second, and now it's 13-5.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Here's a high chopper to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the...
Joey Lucchesi gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Fought off foul.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation or maybe a long relief guy to not start an inning.
Slings it across, and that is that. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3.
Voy a jugar un partido más después de este, pese a que tengo la confianza ahora mismo en los suelos, pero lo voy a jugar.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
And here it comes. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And that one fouled off. Kicks and deals. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And another ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Touches down. That's a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And next for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Birdie to second. Relay
Una zona doble play. Vete a tomar por el culo, hombre. Vete a tomar por el culo. Vete a tomar por el culo.
Such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team
A tomar por el culo.
And first offering is fouled off. Here comes a pitch. He swings.
Una doble play, vete. ¿Qué sois ahora? ¿Qué sois ahora? Sois una mierda en la puta serie. Estáis haciendo ahora 13 carreras y 20 hits.
Taylor is just 1 strike away.
Venga, la mierda, hombre. La basura. Bueno, pues último partido. Iba a jugar la serie contra los Padres, pero no la voy a jugar. Voy a jugar un partido y a tomar por culo. Kodai Senga se puede ir a la mierda, Kodai Senga. Él y su prima. Bueno, es imposible ganar una serie entera. Como ya veis, hay que perder siempre un partido. Venga. Ahí está la clasificación. 12-4 contra 10-6. Seguimos ahí. Venga. Lindor Fiebre. Lindor. Hostia. No. Juan Soto no. No va a descansar. Venga. San Diego.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. We've got baseball coming up for Jackie Robinson Day. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the New York Mets. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. Chris, today a special day on the Major League Baseball calendar, Jackie Robinson Day.
Venga, empezamos la serie.
Number 42. So just about set now. And on the hill, a soft tossing lefty, just like you, Chris. Jose Quintana. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, last year, kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
And now it's Andrew McCutchen. That's in there. That's strike 1. Quintana, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a four-seamer, a curve, a changeup, and occasionally mixes in the slurve. 1 out, base is empty. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one's carrying. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. McCutchen rounds second, heads for third. And he's got himself a triple.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That pitch came off the bat really well into center field, and he clearly put a nice swing on it. And anytime you can get one to drop in out there, you know you stung it pretty good, because it seems like center fielders these days, to a man, these guys can run down just about everything hit their way. Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
One away with a runner at third. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Payoff pitch. The punch out there. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And now here is Michael A. Taylor. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out.
Vamos.
Toss to Alonso. That ends the... Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the mound today, Martin Perez.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
0-1's the count.
The 0-1.
Bien, Jeff.
That's a base hit. Just kind of slice that one into center.
Bien, Jeff.
Juan Soto now.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Soto swinging a drive. Deep right field.
Ah.
Going back.
¡Vamos! Por fin, bien, Juan.
His 9th homer of the year. It's 2-0.
Vamos, Juan, bien.
One swing, one home run.
Por fin,
Yeah, you can
macho.
say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
Por fin. Venga, que venimos de una derrota muy dura. Hay que levantarse, chavales, venga. Pues seguramente sea un bug. Seguramente. No, tío. Sí, es un bug, seguramente, sí.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Ronnie Mauricio.
Buena.
Swing and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Francisco Lindor con fiebre. Ronnie Mauricio entra, muy bien.
Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Venga, Nimmo.
Fire at the dish lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Buena.
Lifted in the air center field.
Buena. Ah, vale, vale, está bien.
Mets had 2 runs on this blast. And it's 2-zip. And we're back. And now Edward Olivares. Just missed.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And it's 1-1.
Vamos.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The wide to kick the pitch. Late on
Bien.
that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And another ball.
Cabrón. Bien.
And a miss. Struck him out. And quickly one away in the second. Here's Rowdy Tellez. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. In there for strike 1.
0-1.
And that one clips the corner.
Muy bien, José, ¿eh?
Vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind. As to the
Vamos,
conviction.
enorme.
He swung over top of the curveball. Connor Joe will hit next. That's through there for a strike.
Qué bien.
Joe, in his 3rd season, 31 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. And it's through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going. Up next for the Pirates, Andy Rodriguez. Ball 1 there.
You know, Blue, people don't realize how far the jog is from the dugout to the outfield position. And if you're playing in Oakland, man, it's a country mile to get out there. So for him to be able to be the DH today, that is really a nice day out.
Esa bola... Dios, que no hacen swing, macho. Ahí está, coño.
On the ground, right side. He takes
Perfecto.
it himself to the bag, and
Venga, venga.
Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the second, and now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor, 8 consecutivas dando, ¿eh?
And first offering is fouled off.
Sí, tiene un bug lo del 42, sí.
But he can also sing. Remember, he performed the national anthem for Team Venezuela leading up.
There's a swing and a drop.
Y va a ser el 9. Noveno. Llegamos segunda, ¿eh? Segunda. Perfecto, Tyrone Taylor, ¿eh? Uf, gran nivel Tyrone Taylor, ¿eh?
And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And
Vamos.
finds its way through for a hit.
Para, Tyrone, para.
And they get it in quickly.
Para,
First and
Tyrone.
third now with nobody out.
He was all
Un home run ahora, porfa. Brett.
about the way he got that one through the
Y triple carrera, va, Brett. Brett.
Didn't get under it like he would have
Confío en ti, Brett. Pues pase un doble play como tu cabeza, ¿no? Ahí está. Por lo menos carrera, pero madre mía, tío. Con las dobles plays. Venga, primera base.
Two outs, runner at first. Jeff McNeil stands in. And he hits a ground ball right side.
Vale, venga, está bien, por lo menos carrera. Esa doble play.
And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the third inning. Now it's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. Foul ball. The 0-1. Foul ball there.
Venga, una curvita, por favor, cómetela.
The 0-2. And downstairs.
Venga, otra oportunidad. Oh.
Not even close there. 2-2.
Bien.
Swing and a miss struck him out. Leover Peguero digs in now. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Está pichando igual José Quintana que Kodai Senga, ¿sabes?
The wind of the pitch.
Venga, cerramos.
Outside. Now 1-2.
Curva. Ya Brad me lo va a mandar. Home run. Vamos.
Man, that looked like a pretty good
Bien,
swing.
bien, bien.
I was waiting for it to get hammered somewhere. I mean, breaking ball, but he just somehow missed it. Timing looked solid, and his balance was there. He wasn't out on the front foot. Great pitch to hit, but just came up with nothing but air. So, tell you what, that's not a good feeling at all.
Ground ball up the middle. Mauricio.
Bien, Mauricio.
Tosses to first.
Vamos.
And the Pirates go 1-2-3. Bucks go down quietly. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Juan Soto.
Vamos, Juan.
Perez back to work. Well struck right field.
Sí, 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 sí. No, sí, 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 sí. Oh. Joder.
Closer to home run than I thought off the bat. Clearly didn't get it all, but with that wind blowing out to right, almost pushed that one over the wall.
Up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And that takes
Joder,
care
tío,
of
qué rápido, macho. De verdad.
Ronnie Mauricio now.
Venga, Ronnie, salva este inning.
And it goes just foul.
Que me da una raya, que me eliminen a los jugadores tan buenos a la primera, tío.
2 outs. Swinging a foul straight back. Here's a tapper towards short. Peguero fires to first on the run.
Venga, va.
Is the inning. Nothing doing. Back here in Queens as we go to the top of the fourth. Here's the third baseman, O'Neal Cruz.
Muy alto este pavo, ¿eh?
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, here's a deal not everyone remembers. Cruz was actually signed by the Dodgers in 2015, but Los Angeles dealt him to Pittsburgh in 2017
Muy alto este pavo,
for Tony Watson. That's a rare trade the Dodgers just might regret.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Venga, Quintana, chápalo. ¿Curvita y se la come o qué? O home run.
Popped in the
casi.
air, left field. Brings it
Bien,
in.
bien.
One down. Michael A. Taylor, the next Pirate to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the third home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
La está peinando, ¿eh? Venga, José.
pitches downstairs.
Pero a su nombre.
Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4.
Es que cómo no se van a casar los pitchers, tío. Tranquilo, Nimo. Tranquilo, Nimo. Perfecto.
The next Pirate to hit. Ball one low. On the ground to the left. Tosses to first, and that'll do it.
Bien, bien, bien.
And we're back, ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. And a swing and a line drive at a right field.
Es que los míos duran. ¿Cuántos ha lanzado? ¿Cuántas bolas ha lanzado? 19. Su pitcher.
Doubled his first time up. In the air to left center. Olivares sizing it up.
Es que se los quita uno en uno, tío.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. This to third.
Vamos. Dentro, dentro. Bien, bien, bien. Venga, ahora Brett Baty hará un fly out y a correr.
Next for the Mets, Brett Baty. And a foul ball. Alvarez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Ground ball right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first. Out number 3. Mets lead 1. Great to have you with us here on Jackie Robinson Day. We go to the top of the 5th, and now it's Rowdy Tellez. In the first pitch.
1-0.
This is for ball 1. Left-hand batter waits.
Hey! I got a ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. You know, Singy, when you think about every player wearing number 42 on Jackie Robinson Day, you can thank Ken Griffey Jr. for all of it. Griffey was the first player to come up with the idea of wearing number 42 back on April 15th in 1997, the 50th anniversary of Robinson's major league debut.
Bien.
Joe swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the 2nd time today. The next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. That was also the day that Bud Selig retired his number, and Griffey, who was playing for the Mariners at the time, asked to have his uniform number flip-flopped, switching from 24 to 42. Ground ball, Alonso.
Por fin.
And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And ball 1.
Ball, tío. Ball, en serio.
And it is 2-1. 2 down, nobody on. And delivers outside.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Late with the swing there.
Looking sharp, just a strike.
Uf, cabeza fría, José.
2 outs.
Vamos. Arme.
Down in order, go the. Back here at Citi Field. And now the DH, Starling Marte.
Designated hitter, Starling.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second.
Segunda.
In safely.
Perfecto.
It's a double and his second hit. So man aboard.
Vamos, Jeff.
McNeil up now for the Mets. 1 for 2.
Vamos, Jeff.
On a line base hit.
Vamos.
Around third. Save.
Vamos. Bien Sterling. Tío, Jeff es un pibe que siempre hace base, tío. Es muy fiable en ese sentido, ¿eh? Es muy fiable en ese sentido.
Derek Shelton out of the dugout, and he will make the move. Martin Perez won't go any further, and as he heads off, we'll step.
Ahora un jonrón de Juan Soto, ¿no? Sería fresco, la verdad.
Here's Juan Soto. And a ground ball to first, and that's just foul.
Sería fresquísimo un jonrón ahora.
Second season, he features a slider, a four-seamer, a curve, and he works in a changeup.
Se va a quedar corto, ¿eh?
Right center field. McCutcheon makes
Una pena, tío.
And there's one away. Man at first. Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Pete Alonso.
Venga, Pete, también me dan un jonrón tuyo, ¿eh?
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly what the
Venga,
timing.
Pete.
Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball.
Ah.
You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
McNeil stands at first with one out.
Venga, Pete. Bola.
Next offering in the dirt. Now 1-2.
Venga, estoy lleno de
He's
todavía.
having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Joder.
At the belt and fires. Fights that one
Venga,
away.
seguimos
Still
ahí.
1-2.
Nos resistimos.
Really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Ahí está. Vamos. Perfecto, Pete Alonso. Vamos. Vamos. Perfecto, Pete.
He kept swinging and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and
Doble
he just
carrera.
kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one
Vamos.
up. With this pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter.
Y encima
The
Pittsburgh.
BP fastball didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
Vamos, Ronnie.
The batter now, Ronnie Mauricio. That's out to center field, in and to his right.
Venga, bien, Ronnie.
Grab, 2 down. 2 out, space is empty. Brandon Nimmo, the next to hit. Outside low. And that is ball 1.
Buenos números de Brandon Rimo, ¿eh? Nimo. 5 home run.
And boy, umpire didn't give
Ah,
him
muy
the
alta.
call. I bet
Hasta
you
luego.
if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
And that will end
Bien,
the
bien,
inning.
bien. No está
Pete
mal.
Alonso blast for the Mets. It's now a 6-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on. All right, we go to the top
José,
half of
seguimos,
inning number 6. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. That misses, and that's ball 1.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even Shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Now a high fly ball out to left center.
Tyron,
Sizes
tranquilo.
this one up. He's there.
Perfecto.
He's got it. And there's one away. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Liover Peguero. The shortstop takes a ball.
Liover.
Ripped into right center. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel
Bien,
right
Tyron.
to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Taylor pulls it down.
Now batting. The
So
third
man
baseman.
aboard. Here's
Ya está
O'Neal
el gigante aquí
Cruz.
este.
Out to short. And
No, tío.
base hit.
No podéis hacer eso, tío.
So two down. Stepping in, Michael A. Taylor. First pitch misses.
No podéis hacer
The
eso,
lead
tío.
runner at second. Cruz on at first with two down.
José, sálvame esto, por favor.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Me la voy a jugar con una curva para intentar engañarle, ¿eh? Me la voy a jugar.
Ball two.
In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. That misses the zone, and a full count now.
Respiramos hondo.
That's a foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 2 on, 2 outs. Foul.
Oh.
We'll see another payoff pitch. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that'll load the bases. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, a great
Jose.
back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
That'll drop in.
Nemo?
Plays it on a hop. Runner comes in
Nemo?
for second to score, and they cut the lead. It's
Nemo?
6-2. He's in there. It's 6-3. 2 outs, runner at first. Rowdy Tellez now at the plate. That clips the corner. Right side, McNeil. Gathers and throws
Bueno.
to first. And that is
Pues vaya
that.
ventaja hemos
3 runs
perdido,
on
chaval.
3 hits.
Madre mía, mi vida.
Back here in Queens, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Tyrone Taylor. He swings
Venga, la
and it's a
suya
fly
siempre.
ball, center field.
Las nuestras siempre.
Taylor makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Nada, perdemos.
And
Perdemos.
now it's going to be Francisco Alvarez.
Perdemos.
And that's in there for
Strike,
strike
en fin.
one. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. And a swing and a miss.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
That
ball,
one misses,
2 strikes.
and that's ball 1. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. On to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Oh, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
On the ground,
Vete a la
Gonzalez
mierda. Venga.
gets it to
Vete.
first. That
O
ends
sea, no
the
puede
inning.
ser que mi inning dure en 30 segundos y los suyos 90
They're unable to add
lanzamientos.
to their 6-3 lead. Out to short, Mauricio. 1 up, 1 down. Next to hit, Andy Rodriguez.
Outside, that's
Just
the ball.
missed. And that's down and away.
2-0.
The Pirates. Trailing by 3. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Jorge Lopez. This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Lopez.
To the right side. Alonso takes it himself, and 2 away to start the 7th. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Nick Gonzalez. This one in the air, center field. Nabs it, and that'll do it.
Respiramos un poco.
Back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Barucki.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Marte forced to get out of the way of the first pitch. That one hammered.
Es buena, Es buena, Es buena. Vamos. Vamos.
He made him pay for that one.
Coño.
And they add a run. It's 7-3. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he got back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
McNeil stands in now and watches strike 1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The lefty fires. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets him.
Ahora ya está bien.
Drop 3rd strike.
That slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Nah, tío, en serio.
Hits right into it. Fires over to first. They get the out on Soto.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front. Rolled over it. Put it on the ground.
That one almost got him. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Olivares makes the catch, and that is that. The Mets add 1 to their lead on this solo shot. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the 8th, and now the Pirates leadoff man, Liover Peguero. And there's a ball.
Bien. No.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. And there's the strike. Lopez.
Bien.
In his 6th season, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Up the middle. Whips it to first.
Yes, muy bien.
2 down here in the top of the 8th. Cruz stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Ripped on a line to center.
Taylor, bueno.
Buenísima. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh. Deficit remains at 4. It's 7-3. And we're back. Now it's the shortstop, Ronnie Mauricio. On the ground to 3rd.
Oh, qué pena, tío.
Tosses across to first.
Qué pena.
Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Line drive.
Venga.
It's never fun to go back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
¿Están vacilando o qué? ¿Me están vacilando?
Mets go down quickly, but they lead it by 4. It's 7-3.
Bueno, pues fichamos para ganar y eso significa que tenemos que sacar a Edwin Cruz. Venga. Perfecto.
Diaz, multi-time all-star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a two-seamer. That misses the zone, and it's 1-2. Wouldn't chase that time.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
Ya estamos, tío.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Ya estamos. Ya estamos, de verdad. Vamos.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike three, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Got him swinging.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy.
Fuera. Edwin, lo cerramos.
Diaz is just one strike away. Gets a piece and it stays 0-2.
Vamos, Edwin. Venga, me da tiempo a otro, Me da tiempo a otro.
In your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
Me da tiempo a otro, va. Buena victoria, Hacía falta. Hacía falta. Venga, el último. Y ya acabamos la serie mañana y hacemos la de los Dodgers también. Venga. Último partido del directo, a ver si no se buguean con los dorsales. Semenaya va a entrar. Venga, va. Le voy a dar este descansito, venga. Que lo necesita, tío. Es verdad que está muy trillado,
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates going up against the New York Mets. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Chomby. Siggy here at Citi Field, and of course, known as a pitcher's park, but this ballpark's gotten a little smaller over the years as they just about ready to go.
Venga,
Today's starting pitcher, Sean Manaea. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Vamos.
It's a strikeout.
Bien.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Connor Joe, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Got
Vamos.
for the K.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Brian Reynolds in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two outs, base is empty. Bounce to the left side. Oh, great grab on the dive.
Bueno, Mauricio ha estado bien, ¿eh?
Really stands out to me. I mean, you got the diving stop at short, which was outstanding, and how can you not love the hustle flying down the line? That's just great baseball and an extremely high
Vamos.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Venga, chápame. Chápame esta, va.
And 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Inside,
Sí, ball.
missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one misses, and the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
In the air, left field. And
Fuera.
that's out of play, a foul ball. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the
Vamos.
event. And a swing and a miss. And
Un
that's
son.
that.
Uf.
Here's Starling Marte. The pitch. The other way.
A la manita. Oye, bien.
That's a base hit.
Bien, bien.
And on base to start the inning.
Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Jeff McNeil stands in. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. It drops.
Vale, vamos.
Away a little
Vamos,
bit.
Sterling. Vamos. Y ahora no está Juan, es la pena.
Solid swing from start to
Y
end.
este igual.
On time with everything.
Bueno, lo que ha hecho antes es un gran slam, ¿eh? Ha hecho un gran slam antes. Bola.
DJ Stewart, the next to hit, takes outside. Marte at third. McNeil at first with no outs.
Hay que sacar algo de aquí, ¿eh?
In the air, left field. Reynolds gets under it. Puts it away for the out.
Hay que sacar algo de aquí, tío. Venga. Pete. Por un home run de los tuyos.
The first baseman.
Sería espectacular, ¿eh? Sería increíble. Sería increíble, tío. Oh.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Popped up.
No me lo puedo creer que sea un...
He's under it. Makes the grab for the second out.
Got the pitch that he wanted, just a little bit quick.
Nemo.
Front shoulder open, backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
And fouled off.
A little tardy on that fastball. He's going to have to get it going a little quicker, get that front foot down.
Line drive.
Ahí está. Venga, carrera.
Extra bases.
Vamos, Jeff, un poquito. Vale, para la tercera. Tercera, no te líes.
Third on his way to the plate. The relay.
¡Vamos!
Not down, and that ends
Yes,
the inning.
tío, que no
So
estás
it's
ya para una edad, ya no
one
estás
for
para correr,
Puedes.
tío.
No errors. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And now the center fielder, Jack Sawinski.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
Kicks and fires.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, out towards right center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Late swing.
Fuera.
Foul to the left. The pitch. That
1-1.
one missed. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on, when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Yeah, that's outside. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Nimmo makes the play, and that quickly 2 away. And here is Henry Davis. Just missed. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires. Well, he's under it to make the catch in center. Back here in Queens, bottom half of inning number 2. Now here is Ronnie Mauricio. That one fouled off. Mauricio, in his rookie season, 23 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And that one is lifted in the air on his way over. He's got it, and there's one down.
Lástima, tío.
And now Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez.
Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Next pitch is outside, and the count is 1-1. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 down.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. And that's the inning. We played 2. All set for the start of the inning. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. Right through there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
The 0-2. Stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you...
Oh, now a great stop. Takes it himself. And he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. So the Pirates batting order turns over, and now the Pirates leadoff man gets the outside corner with that one. To the right side, McNeil sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for New York, Brett Beatty. A wind in the pitch, and a foul ball. The 0-1, and that one fouled off. And the righty deals. In the air, out towards left center. Got it. Really had to move for that catch.
Estamos ahí en el alambre.
So the batting order turns over. Starling Marte up to hit. Out to center. Sawinski calls it in, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. That one pushed foul. Left-hand hitter waits. And there's a foul ball.
Era bola, yo creo. Venga, está bien.
Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already is
Vamos,
bat
DJ.
stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Swings through that one for strike one.
Sí, me ha engañado porque me iba a parar justo, tío.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Into center. Sawinski sizing this one up. Squeezes it. And the inning is
Venga,
over.
está bien.
And we're back. Now at the plate, Connor Joe. Fastball for a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. And now the lefty fouls it off, still 1-2. The pitch. That misses, and the count is even 2-2. Swings through that one, it's a strikeout.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes.
Bola, tío, en serio.
Like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
And that's outside.
Bola, en serio, otra vez.
Fought off foul. One down, base is empty. On the ground to first, Alonso. And he handles it himself for the out. Here's O'Neal Cruz. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Venga, menea,
Good eye right there. The Pirates trailing by a run here in the second game of the series. Next pitch off the plate.
Venga, outside de qué, tío.
Short hop liner handled it short. Mauricio
Vamos.
with the throw to first. And the Pirates go 1-2-3.
Venga, va.
Back here at Citi Field, bottom of the fourth. Here's Pete Alonso. The wind of the pitch. They got a foul ball.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Next offering
Venga,
in
acá.
there for a strike. And it's 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
That one the other way. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And a quick out number 1. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Venga, Brandon.
That one is absolutely belted.
Es bueno, Es bueno,
And that ball is gone.
Vamos.
He leaves the yard to right. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they tack one on the
Enorme,
board.
Brandon,
It's 2-0.
Bien. Bien. Perfecto, Brandon.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Perfecto.
Don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate.
Venga, Ronnie, tú como
Doesn't
siempre lo
allow
que
his wrists
puedas.
to roll
No te voy a
over, stays
achacar
through
nada.
the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Ahí
Swung
está.
on, popped up on the infield. Hauls it in for the out. That's out number 2. Digging in, Francisco Alvarez. Struck out swinging his first time. There's a swing and a miss.
Something I'm
Culpa mía
noticing
esto.
in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
No me gusta nada el pitcher, tío.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that one missing low.
1-2.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And a pitch. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Sawinski going back. Pulls it on the warning track.
Ah, no me lo ha cogido. Joder. No lo había visto.
It's now a 2-0 ball game.
No lo había visto, tío. Creo que había sido home run.
Here's the center fielder, Jack Sawinski. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
You know, these Pirates just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exact.
Here's the tag, and he's out. Here's Rowdy Tellez. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
And another ball. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. That one missing inside. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him.
Enorme Manaya.
3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Davis batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Slapped foul.
Venga, cerramos.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Vamos.
And it's a strikeout.
Bien, Manaya, bien.
Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Now here is Tyrone Taylor. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Vamos.
Brett Beatty getting ready to hit. Fly to left his first time.
Necesita un home run de ánimo. Uf.
Beatty, 24 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes
Otro flyout de Brett Beatty, tío. Y van no sé cuántos.
Gonzalez puts it away, 1 away.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
High fly ball out to center field. Sawinski settles under it and makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. Down the number 2 hitter, Jeff McNeil.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mets strand.
Venga, Manaya.
Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. Outside corner, there's a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And he deals.
Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Pero esa bola te la sacas de dónde.
Rip to short. Over to first. And a couple of quick outs. So the lineup flips over. And now the Pirates lead off man. First pitch, and he just misses.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Ball to strike. That's
a little
bit low.
No.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. A new arm into the game, the righty, Adrian Hauser. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Hauser.
Ground ball right side, and foul ball. The Mets up by 2, and we're in the top half of the 6th. In the air, right side.
Stewart. Vamos. Uf, seguimos ahí en el alambre, pero bien. Sin Juan Soto este partido, veremos 2 descansos.
And first offering is fouled off. They say it went.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That one drilled left field.
Para las manos.
One up, one down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all
Venga, Pete.
over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those loop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Gets under it.
Otro fly out, tío. Me cago en...
Cruz has a beat on it. 2 away now.
¿Qué pasa, Bertito? Nada, yo estoy tranquilo. No va a suceder. Home run, ¿eh? Home run. Vamos. Vamos, Brandon Nimmo.
Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
Vamos.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're
Brandon Nimmo está a fuego.
They're having a great time out there.
Brandon Nimmo está que echa fuego, tú. Vamos.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
2 outs, nobody on. Ronnie Mauricio digs in now. Swing
Vamos.
off the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Bien, Ronnie, bien.
Here comes the skipper. Roansy Contreras takes over on the mound. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Alvarez at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second.
Me la robó, tío.
That ends the inning. But the solo shot
Bien, Brandon.
stretches their lead even. To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Connor Joe. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 strike.
Swing and a foul straight back. Right-hander kicks, deals. Foul ball still 0-2.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Ball 1 there.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just try to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
Brian Reynolds here. 1 for 2.
Brian Reynolds.
Fly ball pretty well struck right field.
DJ.
And that should be extra bases.
Tío.
Around second now as they still don't have it. And he's there at third with a triple.
DJ, tío.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
And here it comes. That's a base hit as a run scores. Runner on. First with one gone. Up next for the Pirates, Jack Sawinski. And that one fouled off.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
That one almost got him. Hangs and misses. It's a strikeout.
Man, that slider bearing in your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you off, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
That one fouled off.
Venga, Jose, por favor.
That's down and in.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Termíname esto, Hauser.
Kicks and deals. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
Termíname esto, Hauser.
For that swing and miss. He's going to have to
catch up to the heater.
Bueno.
One run, a pair of hits, no errors. Bottom of the seventh. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. And first offering is fouled off. And strike two.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball to dirt. Up with it, fires to first. Out. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout. And now the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
0-1.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Out to short, Aguero. Throws to first in time.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
And a foul ball. Two outs. That missed by a lot. And now it's even 1-1. Here's a high fly ball out to center.
Lo de siempre.
Sawinski brings it in.
Brett Batis, lo de siempre.
And we're back, ready to begin the eighth. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Henry Davis. In the air out to center. Taylor moving under it. Corrals it. And there's one away. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez. Just missed. One out, base is empty. And that's in for a strike. Bounce to the right. McNeil gets first. That's it out. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Liover Peguero. In there at the knees, 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 8th. And a good eye there. Next pitch is outside.
Oof.
And that's downstairs and outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches.
Venga, es closer por algo.
2 down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. And the pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. High fly ball out of left center field.
Vamos.
And that is that. Aroldis Chapman comes in to take over.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one fouled off.
La ha peinado esa, ¿eh?
In his 14th season, 36 years old, and he was born in Cuba. This one in the air. Marte retired. And there's one away. Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets. Line drive.
A las manos, tío.
And there's two down.
Qué fuerte, tío.
Now it's DJ Stewart.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball.
Qué fuerte con las dos las manos, tío.
But he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Ah, eso sí.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Barucki, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Holderman, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And a pitch. Line drive, base hit in center field. And that extends the inning.
Vamos, vamos.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up.
Joder, Peter, confiamos en ti, Como siempre.
And now, Pete Alonso. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Stewart off of first with two away. In the air, right field. Drifts towards it. Brings it in. And that
bueno, pues la ventaja es muy corta. Acabamos nosotros, eso sí, que tenemos la oportunidad si nos ganan o algo. Pero pichamos para ganar. Así que venga. La primera parece que bien. No, la gano. Pues se complica esto.
And with the speed running up the line, you got to be perfect. And right there, he just couldn't get it there in time.
That gets down for a hit. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Se complica esto mucho, sí.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first.
Alonso. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, O'Neal Cruz. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So they're down to their final out. Jack Sawinski, the next Pirate to hit.
¿Bola de qué, tío?
That's in there.
Tonight, Krug, and that's a pretty firm fastball.
To third, Beatty.
Vamos. Vamos. Sufridísimo, tío. Hemos sufrido, ¿eh? No me da tiempo a otro, tío. Pero mañana más, ¿eh? Hemos jugado bastantes. Uf, hemos sufrido, ¿eh? Hemos sufrido mucho para ganar esta, la verdad. Y se viene serie con Ohtani, ¿eh? Se vienen los Dodgers. Así que no os lo perdáis. Bueno, chicos, gracias por estar ahí. Nos vemos. Chao, chao.